Well, good morning, everyone, and welcome to Unity Center of Des Moines. We are thrilled that you're here, and you may notice that we have the chairs more in a circle, and that's because we did that for the Burning Bowl ceremony yesterday, and last week, and several people came up and said, "We love the circle." So until future notice, we're going to do a circle because we are all one and we are all on the same level and we're just going along, spiraling up in this thing called life. Do I see some new faces here? If you feel like identifying yourself as here for the first time, we would sure like to know you're new. And if you don't, that's okay too. Yeah, a little bit. Hi. Welcome. We are a diverse community that is committed to a positive spiritual path. So no one here is going to tell you what to believe, but you are going to hear inspiring stories and personal spirituality from everybody that comes up and speaks. We don't have a pastor. We have different speakers that show up and share from their heart. You might also notice that we use words like the divine, or light, love, and God. And that's because all of those words describe the source of life, creation that is supporting, that's around us, within us, and through all of us. I feel like I'm forgetting something because my clipboard is not here. Oh, here's my clipboard. There we go. Oh, if you're here in person, and didn't notice, there are little welcome packets and a mug. So those are for you if you want to take those home. It just tells you a little bit more about the Unity movement that we're a part of. Or if you're visiting us online, you can go to our website, unitydesmoines.com, and learn more about us and the Unity movement. Let's begin with song. You may notice that Susan is not here today, so Deb and I are going to sing this together. We love it when you sing with us. The lyrics are going to be up on the screen. Deeper, deeper into the heart of love. Deeper, deeper into the heart of love. Let it go into the mystery. Let it go into the mystery. Let it go into the mystery. Rising in love, deeper, deeper into the heart of love. Deeper, deeper into the heart of love. Let it go into the mystery. Let it go into the mystery. Let it go into the mystery. Rising in love, deeper, deeper into the heart of love. Deeper, deeper into the heart of love. Let it go into the mystery. Let it go into the mystery. Let it go into the mystery. Rising in love. Rising in love. Rising in love. Yay! Whoever has applause for Deb. She does such a wonderful job curating the music every single week and playing beautiful piano. Thank you so much, Deb. We're so grateful that you're here. Announcement-wise, does anyone here know where Unity in the past has donated empty pill bottles? If you happen to know, please come find me or send me a message because somehow that piece disappeared in the changing of the guard around here. And I have bottles that I know used to be donated somewhere and people have some ideas, but if maybe you're watching this online and have an idea, we're open to new places to take it to. But I know that sometimes people need those resources. Michael, if you could come towards the front. Michael came up with the idea of a hug ministry. And I talk about all the time how we co-create what's here. So if you want something, be part of creating it, or at least voice it. And you don't necessarily have to know all the pieces to bring it together, but just by voicing it, you can help create it. So I'm gonna hand the mic over to Michael and have him talk more about it.
All right, so we get in the back, and generally we have a healing circle back there. And we're just gonna basically expand upon that. So we're basically gonna start healing hands and healing hugs. And we'll be in the back after service each week, and you can just come on back there. We can do some energy work. It can be hands-on or hands-off, whichever you prefer. And from the hug perspective, come back. 20-second hugs are really, really powerful. It's completely up to the discretion of you. So if I'm the one giving the hug to you, it'll be within your comfortability, your range of comfort, how long the duration is. You will guide and direct all of that, so you're in control of that. But a 20-second hug has massive impacts to the immune system, massive impacts to just our ability to connect. Lots of us may be single, lots of us may live on our own, or maybe you're just in relationships, but it's not a normal thing to do, long hugs. So we want to try to bring that in and build a little bit more of connection and intimacy between everybody and use that as a ministry.
Thank you, Michael. And there is science on all of that. So if you're curious, you can read about it, do a little research. You also might notice on that little table in the back, there are several sign-up sheets. They include the email blast if maybe you're new and you're not on our email list and want to find out like who the speaker is and what's going on every week. Also, the children's program is going on. Deja and Zeke are up here right now because there were no additional littles downstairs, but that room, we've been working on getting it together. It looks amazing thanks to Deja's vision and speaking out the idea and taking the lead on that. But she needs some helpers, especially when we have more kids, to have more than one person in that room, to be able to fill in when Deja's gonna speak in the spring. So things like that, if you just put your name down, understand that when you write your name down, you're not committing to doing anything. You still have the yes, no, counter offer. We support solid boundaries around here and like to practice those. So just understand, we're just asking if you get a nudge and you're willing to contribute in that area to put your name down. We also have signups for the Spring Spirit Seekers Fair. It's coming up May 3rd, and we're gonna need some help getting that word out, promoting it in the community and things like that. And what else is in there? Oh, fundraising. So Lenore, she is not here today, but she and her partner are the ones that put up these beautiful decorations. And she's gonna be putting together a fundraising committee with ideas to get our name out there more and bring people more into the building and just let people know that we're here. So tonight, there is Kirtan at 5:15 p.m. And then the full moon gong meditation with Deb Jennings is at 6:30 p.m. So you could do one or both of those events. Friday, January 17th, we have a Womb Temple potluck. So if any of you know Allie McPhee, it is, I think it's specifically for women. But for women to come together, bring some food, congregate, there's details in our newsletter, on our website, unitydesmoines.com, when you go look at the newsletter, and then Allie's got a Facebook invite out with more details. But that's Friday, January 17th at 6 p.m. to just connect with women. Saturday, the 18th, is the Des Moines Drummers Circle. And that's something that people just come together. Yeah, Randy has attended, and you don't have to quote unquote know how to play, you don't even have to have an instrument, but just come, sit in a circle, have a great time, and that's a donation-based event. And in 2 weeks, the monthly children's program meeting is gonna start. And Deja, what time is that? I didn't write it down. She doesn't remember.
It'll be after service. from 1 to 2, I think is what we've
In downstairs.
downstairs.
Yeah.
And just if you're curious to hear what's going on, maybe get some concept of what, how it's all being run, if you want to maybe volunteer and see, because we don't just need volunteers for Sunday service, we need volunteers for like Allie's event. We're gonna provide childcare, so moms can come and know that they can know their kids they're able to come.
Right.
So if you just want to really know what's going on, what our plan is for the whole program at this point, we'd love to hear your ideas too, and suggestions or any resources you might want to let us know about. So yes, we're gonna have a monthly meeting starting on the 26th.
26th, yeah, January 26th. So, and all those, that's on our website, the little ad that Deja made is on our website and more details there. So, and just put your name on the list if you're interested in children's program stuff and we'll get you included in what's going on. It's so exciting to see people stepping up and creating. I love it. Okay, I think, is there any other announcements I either forgot or didn't know about? Okay, then let's do our statement of faith. It will be up on the screen and we'll say it all together. There is only one power active in my life and in the universe, the divine source of all life and love. Next, the unity affirmation. And as we say this together, you can really allow yourself to feel the oneness that connects us all. Unity of Des Moines is a radiating center of the divine light, mighty to attract its good and to radiate good to others. And with that oneness in mind, I have a list of people to keep in our prayers this week. And I invite you, as I read these names, to uncross your hands and your feet and own the ability and the power that you have to be a channel of divine love and light, to send out to these people and surround them with whatever they need to support them through this difficult time, to support their wellness. Feel that source energy flow through every fiber of your being as I read these names and you imagine that engulfing them. Emma, Sumitra, Jill, Jody, Maddie, Sarah, Holly, Jeanette Marie, Amanda, Bradley, Greg, Brittany, Amy, JR, Eric, Kelly, Jess, Paul and Phyllis, Christina, Seal, and people with struggles we know nothing about. Our meditation is going to be part of the talk by Melissa Harris. So we're going to move on to the daily word. This is taken from Psalm 136, verse 1, which says, I give thanks to the divine, for it is good, for his steadfast love endures forever. Finding the good in situations, even undesirable ones, and feeling grateful is a spiritual superpower. When I practice gratitude, I am living my faith that blessings of all kinds are constantly unfolding and the goodness of God is in all things. Gratitude keeps me positive, helping me to expect the best and not the worst. It opens my heart to the existing blessings and primes me to receive even more. When I live with an attitude of gratitude, I am simply magnetic. I go forth
with the expectation I will have what I need when I need it. I will meet the people I need to meet and be in the right place at the right time. In prayer, I give grateful thanks and rest assured my highest and best outcomes are on their way to me.
Amen to that.
we have had examples of that in this group of people. So the affirmation that goes along with this, I'll say it once and then if we can all say it together, is this. Practicing gratitude leads me to the best life has to offer. Practicing gratitude leads me to the best life has to offer. All right, well, I have another song, which I will let you know is one of my very favorites in the whole wide world. And I have found that I cannot be depressed or feel out of control when singing this song. I either will stop singing the song or I will get pulled out of it. So the song is I Release Control, and the lyrics will be up on screen. And we'll just keep repeating. It's kind of a meditation. I release control and surrender to the flow of love that heals me. I release control and surrender to the flow of love that heals me. I release control and surrender to the flow of love that heals me. I release control and surrender to the flow of love that heals me. I release control and surrender to the flow of love that heals me. Thank you everyone who joined in with that. Isn't that a great song? Oh. All right, it is now my pleasure to introduce our speaker, Melissa Harris. We know her, we love her, you can read more about her in the newsletter and on our website. And she is going to talk about the topic, Be Soft, while raising her voice. Please welcome, give a round of applause for Melissa.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Morning.
If any of you have read my book, you know that one of my favorite topics is a paradox. So I'm going to talk about being soft while speaking loudly.
Yes!
But I'm going to ask you for a favor first. Can we just take 3 breaths together? I don't know if you ever have those times in your life where you just can't get a deep enough breath. Like you can fully breathe, but you just don't feel like it filled you. So I'm going to ask for partners in that and breathe with me this morning. You don't have to do anything fancy. Just get comfortable. Close your eyes if you want or keep them open, but let's just breathe together. Perfect, thank you. Doing that. That was our hearts beating together.
There you go, I like that.
I'm going to share from a book that I've been reading for I've been reading it for the past few months, but I read 1 or 2 pages a day and just kind of sit with it and let it kind of bubble in there and think about it. The book is Divining the Body by Jan Phillips. Reclaim the holiness of your physical self. But what I've been reading this week seemed to fit with what I wanted to talk about today. Our heart is the place where the winds from above meet the fires from below, causing a combustion of original grace. Our heart energy precedes us as we navigate through life, extending beyond us as an aura, potent enough to affect those in our path. The heart creates an electromagnetic field that radiates 12 to 15 feet beyond the body itself. Research from the Institute of HeartMath shows that our heart's field changes distinctly when we experience different emotions, and it is registered by the brains of people around us.
Wow.
That we have an effect on others is a matter of fact. The kind of effect we have on others is a matter of consciousness. Every occasion we have to be with people is an occasion to bless or to blame. So when I was thinking about a topic and a title for a talk today, I kept thinking, be soft with your darkness, be bold with your love. Be soft with your shadow, be bold with your compassion. This just has been rolling around in my head for quite some time now. And I'm going to start by talking about a movie, and please bear with me because it will make sense. How many of you have seen the movie Venom? Okay. So it's a Marvel movie. It's about a superhero. And Eddie is the main character. He's the human. And aliens come to Earth in this movie, and they come to devour Earth, and they come to bond with human hosts. So the aliens in this movie are symbiotes, meaning they have to have a host to survive. And so the alien, the symbiote that comes into Eddie to be his host, is named Venom. And when Venom first enters Eddie, he is out of control. He is very violent. The movie is violent. It's not a peaceful movie, but he's very violent. There is this constant struggle within them. Eddie, in effect, beats himself up trying to get this alien, this evil thing out of him. And they destroy his apartment, and they destroy, everything around them. And this alien wants to eat all the humans and destroy things. And Eddie, as any superhero in a movie, wants to destroy evil and save goodness. But he is so embattled within himself with this thing that's in him, he can't do the work that he's supposed to be doing out in the world. And so eventually, as they go through this battle, Eddie kind of starts to understand that if he does some things that he needs to take care of himself, he also feeds Venom, but feeds him in a way that kind of settles him in a little bit. So what he kind of figures out, what they both start to figure out through this relationship that they have, is that Eddie understands that he needs to set some boundaries with Venom. And Venom understands that if he pays attention, if he sees what Eddie is doing and nourishing him with, then they can coexist instead of needing to overtake Eddie. And then Venom also realizes that this is so synchronistic when I'm thinking about the reading that Stevie shared earlier. When Venom realizes that there are other people out in the world that also help Eddie, they also help him. So for instance, there's a woman in a market that's nearby where Eddie goes to eat and get food. And so Eddie figures out Venom needs food, and then he's not quite as likely to try to eat humans. And Venom figures out, well, I don't want to eat this woman in the market because she gives us food. So they start to get this relationship that is a symbiosis. He's a symbiote. So symbiosis means living together, partnership, companions. And you find yourself, as the movie goes along, one of my favorite lines in the movie, and you have to see the scene because it's so cute. But Eddie says to Venom, I have absolutely no problem with you being here, but we've got to set some ground rules. You can't just go around eating anybody you want to. And Venom says, I cannot. And it's like he's stunned. And you suddenly, Venom is endearing. Like you love this thing. You want them to be in this relationship. You know, you start the movie and you want Eddie to do what the superhero does and destroy this evil thing and get rid of it and make sure it's never in existence again. And by the end of the movie, you can't wait for the sequel because you want to see the two of them working together in relationship. So, why am I talking about a superhero movie and aliens? We each have our own Venom.
Yeah.
We have our own shadow. We have that within us that's dark and scary and it can be terrifying. And we probably many times want to get rid of it. We might want to ignore it. We might want to stifle it. We might get violent with it. And if we try so hard to stifle it, it might get violent with us.
Yeah.
And so if we can start to look at that part of us, that darkness, that shadow, as something that we can be in partnership with, as something we can begin to understand, as something we can communicate in a way that isn't, trying to dismiss or disregard or harm. This changes who we are with ourselves. This is us coming into relationship with ourselves. We can soften to our shadow and be bold with our compassion for it. And in that way, we soften to ourselves, that critical part of us, that traumatized part of us, that terrified part of us. We can soften to that, have some compassion, and begin to be in a relationship of wholeness with ourselves. And then we can't wait for the next thing, the sequel, the next time the darkness shows up. Oh, I see you. I understand you. I know how to nourish you so that we can be together in this. We can be in symbiosis. We can set boundaries around it. It will, at times, you can feel it within yourself when it tries to rise up. So in the movie, I'm going to go back to the movie for a minute. When Venom comes out, Eddie's head is gone. And this thing comes out and it is disgusting. It is slimy, it is dark, it is gross, it has fangs, it's drooling, it's got these terrifying eyes. But when he and Eddie start to work together, it comes back in, it like reintegrates into him. Not always with grace, but sometimes. And so the same thing, when we can see our shadow, our darkness, the difficult parts of us welling up, coming up, trying to eat people's heads off, snap their heads off, eat them, snap our own heads off. If we can, instead of trying to just destroy that, if we can understand it, be with it, nourish it in the ways that allows it to be in companionship with us, then we become more whole. By softening to our venom, we come in relationship with ourselves. There's a couple more lines from this book that I just loved. When you meet anyone, remember it is a holy encounter. And this includes your own shadow. And the other thing that I think about with this is if we get to see and know people in the world who can also understand, maybe not understand our shadow, but understand that we have one. If we can understand when we're with people, they have something working within them that might be a struggle, might be a darkness, might be a difficult thing to be in relationship with, we can soften to them as well. If we open the gates of our heart, risking everything, loving bravely, forgiving extravagantly, we can transform our lives, walk into each day knowing we are already loved, already healed, already part of the breathtaking whole. I'm going to wrap up with a meditation. I'm going to take a little time with this one today. So settle into your seats till you feel well balanced and at ease. Close your eyes if you'd like, or find a soft gaze point in front of you. And as you take your first intentional breath in, imagine the light within you, that warm, soft glow that penetrates through all of who you are. And when you exhale this breath, imagine yourself blowing that glow, that light out into this room to surround everyone that you're near. Continue to breathe for a moment, feeling that light, breathing it in and out. And the next time you're ready to inhale, feel that love within you and that love around you. Know it as this mixture of the compassion and the softness that we are each exchanging with one another. It's overlapping. It's joining us together as companions. And as you exhale, breathe out more and more love. And the next time you're ready to breathe in, imagine a deep indigo cloud billowing up. This cloud is soft. This cloud is mixing. It's spiraling in, it's swirling with the glow and the love that are within you. You don't have to be afraid of this cloud. You can welcome it in. It's not taking over. It's joining. When you're breathing out, picture this mixture coming into the room, kind of like the eddy in a river, swirling around with the light and the shadow of all of us. Continue breathing for a few moments, seeing this light and shadow among us all. Return your attention to the sound of my voice in the room that we're in, and those of us around you. Start to move a little bit. Come back to this moment here. And when you're ready, open your eyes. That silence feels so profound. I never want to end those. I want to keep going because you can feel the presence, you can feel the compassion, you can feel the love in this room. Thank you all. Have a beautiful Sunday.
I feel it too, Melissa, and we make that together, that love that you feel when you're in this room. So I think every single person that is here today, and also anyone that joins us energetically online, because we're creating something here, and it's wonderful. If you would like to share your resources with Unity of Des Moines to help us keep the lights on and have this building as a place where people can have these community nurturing events, now is your opportunity to do so. Zeke is going to have a little basket, and we want to offer the following affirmation altogether. If you could join with me in saying this. I am infinitely abundant. Divine love through me blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. I thankfully acknowledge the divine source.
Open your heart to love. Open your heart to love. Then you will know what dreams are made of. Open your heart to love. Let your walls come crashing down. You'll find blessings all around. Don't look out, just look within. For you a new world will begin. Open your heart to love. And you will know what dreams are made of. Open your heart to love. Reach out to your fellow ones. Always lend a helping hand. The greatest thing that you can do is give love and receive it too. Open your heart to love. Open your heart to love. Then you will know what dreams are made of. Open your heart. Open your heart. Open your heart to love.
It's a cool thing that all we got to do is open our heart to it, and it's right there. All right, Zeke, I would like to dedicate this offering to do the work of spirit and truth to the people of Unity of Des Moines, and we are grateful. All right, now is the time where we're concluding the service. I'd like to invite everyone to stand up and follow along as Deb guides us through the universal greeting of peace from the Gandhi Foundation.
Okay. I offer you peace.
I offer you peace.
I offer you love.
I offer you love.
I offer you friendship.
I offer you friendship.
I see your beauty.
I see your beauty.
I hear your needs.
I hear your needs.
I feel your feelings.
I feel your feelings.
My wisdom flows from the higher source,
My wisdom flows from the higher source.
and I salute that source in you.
And I salute that source in you.
Let us work together for unity and love.
Let us work together for unity and love.
Thank you.
Thank you, Deb.
And now, if we could just make a great big circle around the room, have the inside circle people go to the outside circle, so we can all join hands. If you do not want to join hands, that's okay. You can put your hands over your heart, and that'll be an indication of your desire. We'll sing the closing song, and then we'll say the benediction. Afterwards, there are tons of delicious snacks in the community room. As Mike Owen mentioned, there's healing hands and an opportunity for a long hug in the back of the sanctuary here. And then I'll guide you through some help I need with the chairs. So now we're gonna sing. The light of the divine surrounds us, the love of the divine enfolds us, the power of the divine protects us, the presence of the divine watches over us. Wherever we are, the divine is, and all is well. Thank you so much, everybody. Yes, so the chairs, I need 2 rows in the back, a big open, and a little semicircle, or not chairs over. Yeah, chairs. Do you know how many chairs? And we need 8 chairs around the piano for Kirtan later today. And any remaining chairs go along the wall.
I watch that.